Hey guys, today we're doing 1.1e. We'll be on page 30. We'll start with number 2 for our first example. What I want you guys to know is there's 3 steps. The first thing you need to do is distribute. The second thing is combine like terms. And then the third thing is solve. So following those steps, I'm going to start with number 2. The first thing I'm going to do is distribute my 2 that's out front to the x and the 5 that are inside. So when I do that, I do 2 times x. I'm going to get 2x, and then 2 times 5 is a positive 10. Equals 14. My next step is to combine like terms. Since I don't have any like terms in this problem, I just skip that step. So I will move straight on to solving. My first step to solving will be getting rid of this positive 10. In order to do that, I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. That'll leave me with 2x on the left side equals 4 on the right side. And then when I see a number and a variable just right together like that, it means multiplying. So to get rid of this 2, I need to do the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. So I'm going to cross these 2's out. If I divide by 2 on that side, I got to divide by 2 on that side. So I'm left with x equals 2. Next example, number 3. So, following my steps, first thing I need to do is distribute. So I'm going to distribute this 2 to the 3x and the 1. When I do that, I'm going to get 6x plus 2 minus 2x equals 10. Now, my next step is to combine like terms. I have a 6x here, and I have a negative 2x here. 6 minus 2 is 4, so I have 4x. If I don't use something, I bring it down. So I have this plus 2 I haven't used, and then this equals 10. Now it's just a 2-step equation that we know how to solve. So I have this plus 2. I need to get rid of it, so I'm going to do a minus 2 on both sides. These will cancel. I'm left with 4x on the left side equals 8 on the right side. In order to get rid of this 4, I divide by 4 on both sides. These cancel, and I'm left with x equals 2. Our last example on this page is number 4. Again, following those steps, first thing I need to do is distribute my 3 to the inside. So on this side, I have negative 12 equals, and then 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Now I solve. I have to get rid of this minus 6 first, so I'm going to add 6 on both sides. These cancel, and I'm left with 3x on that side equals, and then I have negative 12 plus 6 is negative 6. Now I divide to get rid of that 3 and get x by itself. So I'm left with x on that side equals, and then I get negative 2 on that side. Okay, those are our 3 examples on page 30. We will go to page 32 next. Sorry guys, it's my first time. We're actually going to go to page 31 down at the bottom, and we're going to do 6 through 9 down there. So in number 6, we're going to follow those same steps. We're going to distribute. So I get negative 2x minus 2 equals 8. And then we're going to combine like terms, which we don't have here. So then I will just solve. So minus 2, I got a plus 2 on both sides. Cancel, I get negative 2x equals 10. Then to get rid of that negative 2, I divide by negative 2 on both sides. These cancel, I'm left with x equals negative 5. Number 7. First thing I do is distribute. So I have 13 equals negative 3x plus 12 minus 8. Then I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have a positive 12 and a negative 8. So I get 13 equals negative 3x plus 4 when I combine those two. Then I start to solve. So minus 4 on both sides. These cancel. I'm left with negative 3x equals, and then 9. And then to get x by itself, I divide by negative 3. These cancel. I'm left with, I'm going to write it over here, x equals, and 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. Let's jump down to number 8. First step, distribute. So I'll have 5 plus 6a minus 2 equals 15. Then combine like terms. I have a 5 here and a negative 2 here that can go together. Remember standard form, we want those variables first, so I'm going to put 6a out front. Then I'm going to do my 5 minus 2, which is a positive 3, equals 15. Then I solve. I have a positive 3. We're going to subtract 3 on both sides. These will cancel. I'm left with 6a equals 12. Then I divide by 6 to get a by itself. If I do that on both sides, I get a equals 2. Last one on this page, number 9. Oh boy, it's a fraction. The steps are going to still be the same even if you have fractions. So, first thing we need to do is distribute. The best way I can think about this is half of 2 is 1. So I'd have 1t. And then half of 4 is 2. So I have a positive 2 equals negative 8. So then what's really nice about this one is it's just a one-step equation after we distribute. We just need to get rid of this 2. So we do minus 2 on both sides. We're left with t on the left side equals negative 10. And then for our last couple problems, we're going to go on to page 32. We're actually going to skip number 10 for now, and we're just going to do number 11. In number 11, we have this number out in front of the parentheses. Remember that the sign to the left goes with this number. So when we distribute, we're not distributing a positive 3, we're distributing a negative 3. So I'm going to write down, I've got 14 equals 5, and then negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and then negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. So now I combine like terms. I have this 5, and I have this 6. So when I combine those, I get 14 equals negative 3x plus 11. So then I start solving. Subtract 11 from both sides. These cancel. I'm left with negative 3x equals 3. I divide by negative 3, and sometimes you just run out of room. It's just the way it is. I'm going to write over here, x equals 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1. And that's it for today.